Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Jimmy Butler notches triple-double as Heat top Spurs. Jimmy Butler notched his 16th career triple-double, leading the host Miami Heat past the San Antonio Spurs 116-104 on Wednesday night. Butler had 17 points, 11 rebounds and 11 assists and added a game-high 3 steals and no turnovers in 34 minutes. Tyler Herro had a game-high 24 points, 6 rebounds and 7 assists for the Heat. Bam Adebayo added 20 points on 10 for 14 shooting. San Antonio, which has lost 5 straight games, was led by star rookie Victor Wembanyama, who had 18 points, a game-high 13 rebounds, 3 assists and 1 block. He made 7 of 13 shots, including 3 of 5 on three-pointers, and he produced his 25th double-double of the season. The Spurs, who have the worst record in the Western Conference, also got 19 points each from Devin Vassell and Trey Jones. In a statistical oddity, both teams shot 56.5% from the floor in the first period and 39.1% in the second. They both made 3 three-pointers in the first and 1 in the second. Miami led 32-31 after one quarter, thanks in part to 10 points from Adebayo, and the Heat stretched their advantage to 53-51 at halftime. Among the first-half highlights was San Antonio's Sadie Osman banking a 28-footer just before the buzzer to end the first quarter. With 3:33 left in the third period, San Antonio's Jeremy Sochan dove into the stands in an attempt to save a long pass from Jones. While in the stands, Sochan playfully ate from a fan's bucket of popcorn and also kissed the forehead of a spectator whom he inadvertently kicked in pursuit of the ball. The third quarter ended much like the first two, with Miami holding a slim lead, this time 78-77. The first 3 quarters featured 16 lead changes. Herro led all third-quarter scorers with 10 points, and the Heat finally pulled away in the fourth. Victor Wembanyama praises Miami Heat culture, "It's inspiring." San Antonio Spurs rookie big man Victor Wembanyama had some praise for the Miami Heat and their culture following the team's matchup with the Spurs on Wednesday night. There's no doubt that Miami's culture is something that's respected across the NBA, and Wembanyama even is taking notice despite being in just his first season in the NBA. The number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft played well against Miami on Wednesday night, posting a double-double with 18 points, 7-4-13 shooting from the field and 3-4-5 shooting from beyond the arc, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 1 block. The Heat and Spurs have already played both of their regular season matchups this season, so Wednesday was probably the last time that the Heat and their fans will get to see Wembanyama match up against Miami this season, especially with the Spurs unlikely to make the playoffs. Miami's culture is something that has been attractive to players in the past, as superstars like Chris Bosh, LeBron James, and Jimmy Butler have chosen the franchise in free agency. While Wembanyama has a long way to go before he reaches free agency, it's possible that the impression the Heat's culture has made on him could make him consider the team in free agency. For now, the Heat are focused on making the most of the 2023-24 season after the team made the NBA Finals last season. Miami came up short against the Denver Nuggets, but the Heat are looking to get back to that spot this season. After going through a rough patch near the end of January, the Heat have rebounded nicely as of late, winning back-to-back games to improve to 28-24 on the season. The team currently holds the number 7 seed in the Eastern Conference. Wembanyama and the Spurs haven't been as fortunate, ranking dead last in the Western Conference with a 10-41 record. They've lost 5 straight games after losing to the Heat on Wednesday. Still, Wembanyama has a legit chance to win the league's Rookie of the Year award for his play this season. The big man is averaging 20.4 points, 10.3 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and an NBA-best 3.1 blocks per game while shooting 46.4% from the field and 30.8% from beyond the arc. Can the Knicks pull off an improbable trade for Heat's Jimmy Butler? It's crunch time for the New York Knicks and the other 29 teams in the NBA. The trade deadline is hours away and a wealth of players are rumored to be on the go. With several all-star caliber talents on the Knicks' list of targets, one franchise player is being propped up as a last-minute option for all of the marbles, or most of them at least. A recent article from Yahoo Sports' Ben Rohrbach concocted a trade for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler in exchange for Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, and 4 future first-round picks, one of which being a pick swap. Rohrbach said this regarding his ideal proposal: "There is a cliff ahead, and Miami might want to get off it before Butler picks up his $52.4 million player option on the 2025-26 season," Rohrbach said of Butler's advancing age. In the process, the Heat would get all they need to chase Miami's next superstar, the unprotected rights to 4 straight first-round picks, plus Randle, who, need we remind you, is a 2-time All-NBA performer. The idea heading into trade season was that the Knicks would move pieces on the proverbial chessboard to add a third star to the all-star duo of Randle and Jalen Brunson. A player of Butler's stock would realistically be unattainable under those conditions. Though, Randle's most recent dislocated shoulder injury and his up-and-down history of playoff performances do get trumped by an all-world two-way contributor in Jimmy Butler, who not only delivers in the clutch but has led the Heat to 2 finals appearances in the last 4 years. As Rohrbach also mentioned, Heat president Pat Riley is not likely to trade his franchise cornerstone unless he gets an absolute haul in return. Butler fits their identity to the nine. But, the 4 first-round picks give Riley a hard-to-refuse incentive alongside an All-NBA performer in Randle. The Knicks have until 3 p.m. to get their hands on a final piece to their championship puzzle. The Knicks are also in the market for Atlanta Hawks guard DeJounte Murray and Portland Trail Blazers point guard Malcolm Brogdon. It would be a bold move to push major chips to the center of the table in order to acquire Butler, but it wouldn't come close to some of the most shocking deals done at the deadline. The Miami Heat found consistency in securing their second straight win, with a 116-104 victory over the San Antonio Spurs on Wednesday night. Miami has now won 4 of their last 5 games, potentially discovering their starting lineup for the rest of the season with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Terry Rozier, and Caleb Martin. Miami kept this game in their hands from start to finish. The Heat made few mistakes, turning the ball over just 10 times. They didn't have a single player who gave up more than 1 turnover until the final minutes of the fourth quarter. The Heat had a 29-10 assist-turnover ratio, with their starters having a 27-4 assist-turnover ratio. This is a difficult task in the modern NBA, where the pace of play usually boosts the amount of steals and fast break points. The score does not indicate what the pace felt like, Eric Spoelstra said. "We just had to kind of slow the game down a little bit, and Jimmy can do that as well as anybody in this league." Butler had a tremendous night for the Heat, despite hitting a total of 5 field goals. While he didn't necessarily find a spark on the scoring end, Butler did it all for Miami. The star forward secured a triple-double with 17 points, 11 assists, and 11 rebounds, marking his first regular season triple-double in over 2 years. With Butler, it's always been clear that he'll take the win in whatever way he can. During Wednesday's matchup, he was the playmaker. Butler's been scoring at an extremely high clip the past few games, but with efficient nights from Adebayo and Herro, he took on other responsibilities. And you fan, what do you think of the Jimmy Butler situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.